Hello, it is mail call today in the UK. We've been waiting a little bit for this one to arrive, and I tell you what, sometimes they box these up good. Let's see if I can get into this because no obvious seal. There it is. Hello Selfridges in the UK. So let's have a quick look at what we've done here. This is actually the first mail call I've had from Selfridges. Normally I would just pick something up if I was going in store there. So this is a bit of an understanding of their packaging. And it's a lot of packaging. Lot of packaging. Gosh, it's like a pass the parcel type game as a kid. Don't mind me. Okay, I think we're making... No, there's more. Here we are. So, we have here the Star Hill Farms. So this is, I was quite excited about this, and I know my wife is very excited to try this too. First thing to come out of Star Hill, well, Maker's Mark, Star Hill Farms. So this is their first ever full wheat whiskey. And what is interesting about this is that they're using fully regenerative growing practices. I think 7 to 8 years old. So I've heard some initial views that it could be a little light, but we will wait and see for ourselves. And that it also is much more along the bourbon flavor profile. So what we're gonna do is crack into this, find out for ourselves, see if it's any good, which love that. Sure it will be. Oh, nice heavy cork. It looks like it's a quartz stone appearance here. You can see that it looks like a quartz stone appearance, but I think it's actually like a resin or something, but it's quite firm. So I'd be interested to see what they made that out of. I think this is all recycled paper too, by the look of it. Oh, it does smell fantastic. Get rid of all that. Let's put this up here and see what we think. Very wheat forward on the nose. You're right, it does yell Maker's Mark on that nose a little bit. Oh, that's quite nice. It's very forward on the tongue, as in the front of your mouth, the front of your taste buds. They get a bit of a zing and a richness to it. I'm getting a hint of like ethanol taste, but not the burn at the back end. But on that front, a lot of that initial wheat sweetness, really the first hit right on the front of my tongue, right on that top forward third, which was really quite surprising. I wasn't expecting that. Quite often it's the back taste buds that like really activate when you have a bourbon. So quite interesting on an element there from whiskey that was a little bit unexpected. Didn't hit so harsh, or it wasn't even harsh, that's not the right word, so intensely on the second sip, but again, that's to be expected. and it's very, very light. Coming in, second sip, it's just drinkable. Very hot summer's day, this is going to be lovely. That is, again, yeah, I would agree. It's very light on this second sip. After you've had that, like, awakening of all of your taste buds, once your palate comes alive, that second sip is a lot softer, but is remarkably smooth. Apart from that before, which was a bit of a swirl around, getting a little bit of that more. Now, here's the great point. This was 105 pounds a bottle. Is that worth it? Now, this is going to be the age-old question for people. For me, this is worth it, worth having in my collection. I'm going to say why. Firstly, I really want to support regenerative farming. Anything that makes the general sustainable growing of crops and production of whiskey is always going to be a good thing. And if that's the way that we have to go and pay a little bit more for that, I'm okay for that. We're probably paying a little bit of a premium. This is a really nice bottle. It kind of like has that same look as the Sailor Age, so there's probably a little bit of a premium on the bottle. But knowing Maker's Mark, I haven't checked this, but it may even be recycled bottles. I do know that they do have some recycling elements with some of their bottles, so I'd have to check into that. But secondly, so that's the first point. Secondly, I actually think that it does bring something really different. It brings a nice sweetness. If you kind of like want to have like a really just sit down, this would be fantastic, maybe with a glass of ice, but very tall, pour maybe a double, and just sit down and relax on a nice day, maybe by the water somewhere. This is going to go down, it's going to go fast, it's going to be amazing. So I definitely think that it holds a spot there. Is it going to be one that's going to win out in a flight, in a battle flight? I don't think so. And I think that's because it's very safe and middle of the road. It's a very nice whiskey, but I don't see that it's going to be kind of like blowing anybody's taste buds or flavor profiles away. And I think that's what people are saying. It comes in a little bit light. They're looking for that real big punch or character when you're looking for something big. But at that price point, look, it is a premium bottle, but it is certainly a delicious, very drinkable whiskey, and probably one that I will always at least keep a bottle for. I'll let you know how this evolves over time, but for me, I'm quite happy with that. You can make your own decisions. By the way, sorry for the weird background going on today, and the lack of kind of like posts for a little bit. I'm in the middle of redoing the whole bar room that I've got here, so waiting for some more pieces to arrive, so my whole collection is like off to the side, but really excited to get that done soon. Should be about a week or so. So I've had to like pull TVs off the wall and stuff you can see behind me, but all of this hopefully in the future will be all of my bottles in a nice position that I think will have a much nicer layout than I had previously. Anyway, cheers, and I'll see you next time.